welcome to Go on Shaw TV. This week we are coming to you from the Thunder Bay and District Humane Society. I'm here with their Executive Director, Melanie Blanchette. We are in a room full of cats. Melanie, and recently you've had an influx of a lot of cats.
Every spring and summer we get an overwhelming influx of cats. It's the seasonal births, it's the time that the strays are out, and people bring them into the Humane Society. So generally our intake numbers are through the roof. Beginning of June we were at capacity, which hovers around the 80 to 90 numbers. And shortly after that we surpassed 172.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine where you would put 172 cats.
We had to be creative, very creative.
I bet. Now, there was a situation with the hoarding and all of that. I don't know if the community knows that all of those cats came here. They're not up for adoption until the investigation is over, but you do have quite a few cats from that situation.
We do. In total, during a week and a half period, we had 2 investigations. So the first was 23 cats abandoned in a dog crate, and they all came here. They were all high needs, needing medical attention. Several have been quarantined and kept and treated. There are a few of those cats that are up for adoption just because they were abandoned. Then shortly following that, we investigated a hoarding situation, and we brought in over 40 cats from that situation as well. And we're housing those in quarantine. They'll be in our care for several months during the course of the investigation.
So once the investigation is up, these cats will come up for adoption as well?
They will all come up for adoption, yes.
Okay, now recently you were full and you did have an event last week, and
Right.
it was successful.
It was very successful. So last week we got to a point where, as I mentioned, we were at twice the capacity, so around 172 cats in-house, and we did a media release to the public, just letting the public know that, you know, we were really struggling, we were in a crisis situation, our numbers were through the roof, and we really weren't managing well. And so what we decided to do was slash our adoption prices to a quarter of the price, and within 4 days we did a record number of adoptions. We also had some dogs adopted within that time. I think we ended up doing a total of 45 adoptions. 38 of those were cats. We also did several foster placements, and so that really did alleviate the stress on the Humane Society in, as I mentioned, you know, the span of 4 days. The public support that we received was just overwhelming. We had so many donations of food and litter and, of course, monetary to help us assist with the vet bills. Yeah, it was just, it was really amazing to see the overwhelming support from the community.
Thank you to the community for that, because it's awful when you come in here and you see these cats and they're in cages. You want them to find homes. Now, coming up later on in our show, we'll be talking to Melanie again, and we'll show you some of the great animals that they have up for adoption here at the Humane Society.
Who wants to cuddle?